Let's fight. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, good folks, let's fight. Pace and power. Good to have each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from this evening, wherever you're joining us from, good folks, we are happy. It's our final program for the day, July 5th, evening of July 5th. This evening at our end, just in case you might be joining us from China, Russia, UK, or someplace like that. Evening at our end, and we're just so privileged to have each and every one of you all here with us, good folks. Truly, truly, truly privileged that we have so many of you good folks with us, joining us from the many places that you all are joining us from tonight. Everil Small, good to see you there. Good to see you, Everil. And Kyle, I saw a special good night from Kyle, so a special good night to you as well, Kyle, and Angelique Abrams, and all the other folks who are joining us on Twitter, on the Tube, and wherever you're joining us on Instagram, TikTok, McGlenn Lavoy, TikTok, Roxanne Odessa Jacobs, good to see you too. Norma Jones, and all of you have been following my personal profile on TikTok. Sherry Duncan, good to have all of you with me at that end too. And those of you who follow credible sources as well, 34,000 of you follow us, credible sources, on TikTok. Good to have all of you there. I want some of you on Instagram to follow us as well. Clear Access, Charmley, Richmond, good to have you. Fight, folks. Fight, fight, fight. If it's Friday night, it's fight night. You know, we saw Vice President Jagdeo, take some jabs at Nigel Hughes a couple press conferences ago. And then we saw Nigel Hughes got in some uppercuts there himself, Jagdeo. And then today's press conference, Mr. Nigel Hughes again waded into this conflict of interest issue, getting in some jabs there. And then Jagdeo run out later on. I think we have a fight tonight, folks. I think we have a fight tonight. And this kind of thing is a content creator's dream. But good to have all of you on with us tonight. Good to have all of you with we, Yvette, Anthony, Penelope. We're hoping to conclude at 9, so we started on time. Darren Gribbs, Andy, good to see you there. Wayne Brown, Gina Hazel. Lawrence Cummins, is it you there, Lawrence? Yep. Wrong one. Wrong one, folks. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, good folks, good people? Good to have you all with us tonight. Yeah, if y'all see me. I like a schoolboy all over again. I got my popcorn, good folks. I got my popcorn. I got my Cokes. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it, folks. I got my popcorn. I got my Cokes. Ready, folks. Ready. I tell people, don't fight and waste time. Make sure live. Once you're fighting, make sure live, good folks. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from, we got with popcorns, we got with Cokes. How about you? Some of you got your little bacon saltfish. Some of you got your fried fish and your little chips and so on. Ring the bell one time. Each and every one of you good folks. We're just simply delighted that you guys are here with us. We are delighted that you all are here with we. Pace and power, pace and... This one more people. That's what I'm telling you. It want more people. But good to have you wonderful folks here with us. Share the live as you come on tonight, folks. Smash that emoji button as well. And we're happy. We are, we are concentrating our forces. We are concentrating our forces, good folks. So all the pages we were going through we might not go through to so many. I'm just warning y'all. I just warn all the pages we were going through to in the past. We may or may not, we may not be going through all of them. So you're going to want to make sure that you're on our YouTube channel, you're on our Facebook page, the central places, folks, for vital, incredible information. If you're now joining us, this one more people. Good to have you folks here with us. Welcome to my domain, folks. Welcome to my domain. Good to have all of you on this evening. Preempted it a little bit. Yep. The open up, you all know our broadcast. You all know where we're going next. And since we're going to be hot on the Alliance for Change presser, why not let us start there? Or you know what? Just to make things equal a little bit. Just to equal up things. Let's start with our brothers there in the PNCR, who got their You know what? You know what? You know what? You know, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, because I'm going to come here too. I'm going to come here too. Back to the Alliance. Let's start with Alliance for Change. Let's start with Alliance for Change. Good to have you good folks on with us. Wherever you're joining us from tonight, 800 of you, and I'm sure we get 3 shares. Why y'all stay like that? Why y'all stay like that? The Alliance for Change in that presser today, attended by a number of folks. I was otherwise occupied. I'm sorry. PPP using state resources, they say, to attract members from other political parties. And you know it's true. That's how them boys say. Wicked, stink, dirty. That's how they are. They open up, folks.
The People's Progressive Party has been quick to contend that some people left the Alliance for Change after it entered into a coalition with a Partnership for National Unity. Today, the AFC leadership insisted that the migration of its members was greatly exaggerated.
The PVP person that would have been disaffected and migrated from the AFC never did that because of policy. It's purely, most of them is economic needs. That's what the PVP has created an atmosphere where a man or a woman cannot earn a dollar.
That's right.
Honestly, by bid openly. They have done things to ensure that if they identify you were previously with the Alliance for Change in particular, for you to be able to feed your family, you had to pledge loyalty to them.
He said that there were those who gravitated to the PPP for economic reasons and are still unable to feed their families. These people have decided to continue with the AFC. AFC executive member Kemraj Ramjatan said that Jagdeo is panicking right now.
Nigel Hughes is a huge personality, if I may say. And he's one of the persons who will confront him head on, as Nigel has just done brilliantly. Jagdeo loves to bully people and to drive fear. And when he is unable to do that, as you know, he likes to expel you. But he cannot expel Nigel Hughes. So this confusionist, deceptive thing that he's going to talk about, that our forces left us and all of that, is outrageous nonsense.
He referred to Jagdeo's comment about politically exposed persons.
We are all politically exposed persons. Well, what is the big deal? Jagdeo is the most politically exposed person, and that Sue Gate also drew attention to not only what he was exposed to, but actually what Sue and Miss Young found out.
He said that necessity caused some of the early supporters to gravitate to the PPP.
That Nigel is going to get the fullest support, 100% and more, from the AFC membership, leadership, rank and file and everything. And that is what is making him very scared. And he wants to now confuse that set of supporters that we have that had come across, stayed, but because of economic necessity, having to be driven back because using state resources to buy them back. But they're going to take the contracts. They're not going to vote for him.
Nigel Hughes said that, as the song in the Jefferson says, the FC supporters are moving on up.
So all the people who you say went back to the PPP, they're moving on up. They're getting that second home and they're coming home to the Alliance for Change. So no longer, you see, in the old days, people thought that they had a transport over people. You know, one party thought they had a transport over the Indians, another party thought they had a transport over the Africans. Well, I think the voters and the electorate in Guyana is going to demonstrate that, you know, nobody owns them. And they're moving on up. So they got their new homes, and the good thing about it is that they can move to any home that they want at any time.
Yep. The situation is fluid, folks. It's fluid. It's fastly moving. It's moving fast, changing rapidly. It's fluid. That's what I'm telling you. That is wrong one, folks. Wrong one. Big fight. I love it. You gotta fight in this thing. Fight in this. You gotta confront the PPP every day. Ring the bell one time for us at this end. Ring the bell one time for you guys too. It's 4 years. It's almost 4 years. We out here confronting them every day. Running scared, are we? Are we good, folks? Are we? That was the opener, folks. And we can circle back to some more of that. That was the opener. Let's pull it back as we consider some things happening around the world. I feel excited tonight. Good to have you guys at that. And 1,500 of you on the live 10 minutes in. Yeah. Roxanne, that's a Paul at Heaven Fit. Heaven Fit's AFC all the way. That's it right there. Terrence Beat and all are welcome. Leon Logan, good to have you there. Roxanne Jacobs say ring the bell. Ring it one time for you, Roxanne. Just for you, Roxanne. Roxanne. Tavish Tish, good to see you there. And Mitchell. I see Roxanne Odessa Jacobs. Bantu King is here. Moving on up. Topper. Altia Galloway is there. And Kyle Bino. Good to see all of you on the live. Pushing on 1,600 on this Friday night. Oh, we're privileged. You're touching, we ought here. All you're touching, we ought. I like how the British is doing. I love how the British does it. The king is dead. Long live the king. Yep. Rishi Sunak resigned today. He went up there to Buckingham Palace or to the side, wherever it is in the UK. Or down. He went up there to Buckingham Palace. Let's assume it's up. And he presented his resignation to the King of England, folks, whose face is on the dollar now. And then later on in the day, Starmer was invited to form the next government. That's how you do it. That is how you do it, good folks. The new British Prime Minister has promised to rebuild the country. He says he had 40-year nonsense out of Rishi Sunak and co. Rishi Sunak and company. See, all of them was a waste. May and Day and June and August, all of them, he said. And he promised he's going to rebuild the country. I mean, what I love watching all this go down. I gotta tell you the truth. What I love about it is that even coming in with such a huge win, 400 and something seats of 600, fantastic win, landslide. He was still so gracious to Rishi Sunak and team, complimenting them for their hard work, holding the fort, even though they disagree on policy, even though they disagree with the direction of the country. He was so gracious in what he said to them. Them boys, this. They won't pelt you down. They won't fight you. They won't lock you up. How they're so wicked. Running scared now. You know, we might have to break free of the appendages of our colonial past. How about we could borrow a couple of things? We could borrow a couple of things from the British. The king is dead. Long live the kings. Keep things moving. I think that's what it means. In colloquial terms, keep things moving. Keep things moving. Congrats to the new team coming in. Guyanese parentage, the man called David Lammy, he is the new foreign secretary. You see, in the world of politics, your fate could change like that, you know. Take nothing for granted. He in government one day, next day out. He in one day nice and cozy, Jagdeo. Next day out. Y'all don't forget 2015. Never forget it. Linda Booker, Hewley Trotman, Deborah Clark, Sion Rodney, never forget it. One day in, Andrew Griffith, Orin Don Cook, next day out. One day you're the spider, next day you're the fly. Those are the vicissitudes of political life, the vicissitudes. I want to say congrats to the new Foreign Secretary, David Lammy. Yep. Of course, Labour won a landslide on Thursday, in Thursday's parliamentary election. Landslide. That's how they do it at that end, folks. Landslide. You know them boys will never get it here. Them boys will never get it here. And I see more and more of our political commentators, right? More and more of our political commentators say, look, we're heading for a future of coalition governments. We are heading for a future of coalition government. So we better get used to it. That's what quite a number of folks are saying. We better get used to it. I love me some coalition government. I'm telling you, I fed up with this racism thing in this country. And if this is going to help us to get out of it, and help all of us have equal share the pie, so be it. I think the PPP would make a nice opposition. We give them the tools to continue. They're not a win yet, 4 years in, they're still talking about rigged election. I understand what they're doing. I understand what they're doing. Believe you me, I understand. So David Lammy comes in as the new Foreign Secretary. 2,000 of you joined us on a Friday night, 15 minutes into our broadcast. Like, y'all ain't got nothing to do. Folks, we're so happy that y'all are here. We are so happy that y'all are. David Lammy's coming in. God bless his heart. Labour government, massive win. Massive win. You're just joining us. It's 400, I think, 30, 50, 415, 430 seats. And now the Conservatives get 100 and something. That's like a whitewash, isn't it? I don't know. These cricket terminologies. All you help me out. Again, I'm so impressed that so many of you give up church. You're here with us tonight. Sandra Hanover, Cheryl Sharota, good to see you. I haven't seen that name in a little bit. Thomasina Ben is here with us. Coral Providence is here too. Coral says we love this program. That's why we are fast. Now you love the program. You like Bacchanal. As the Trinidadians would say it. Jacqueline, Coral, and Omar. Good to have all of you here with us, folks. Fight tonight. Big fight. Nigel versus Jagdeo. Jagdeo run out. Nigel run out behind me. Nigel run out. Jagdeo run out behind. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Congrats to David Lavey and team. Picking up some of be falling around the region, folks. Before we circle back up, all you must say, can't wait, eh? I just can't wait to circle back home. I just can't. Flooding though. Beryl, what are you doing? Jamaica says expects flooding and landslides. Thanks to this tropical wave, Beryl now left Jamaica, heading on down. This is now to the east side, heading on down there to Mexico, waiting to see what happens there now. I think passed through Cayman Islands by now. Got to call my friends there to see how they're holding up. Deborah Pearson, we see you on the live. Anybody from Cayman Islands want to tell us how it's going? Huh? Commissioner Cole says the VP needs to see Dr. Harry. You think Dr. Harry could help you? He might be too far gone. Zion Bound, we see you there. Zion Bound says special good evening to all the regular viewers, the credible comments and valid viewers. Good night to all of you. So pray for our folks there in Jamaica. Pray for them, folks. Can't be an easy time. You know what it is. You don't know if the ground beneath you can give out at any given moment. Father, thank you. We got your own barrel here in the PPP. There's your own storm. But we can make it. We can get the travails that some other countries get. That's right. The Lord don't give you more than you could bear. I see Coral Providence as your readers here too, especially hiding. Huh? You get Rita wind up. She show him barrel, Ingrid Valme, Kirk, Everett, and all the other folks, Trisha John, Eon Thumb. Maybe her name went by when I closed my eyes like that just now. You know how it goes. But our thoughts and prayers, all the folks in Jamaica, folks, our thoughts and prayers are with them. Ring the bell one time for them and the neighbors. Yep. And before we come home, Trinidad and Tobago, you see, the Trinidad isn't playing, You come illegally, you got to go. Don't come wrong with funny. You come illegally, you better take up yourself. You better small up yourself. We ain't even know illegalities here. So 5 of them land, think they're eventually legally Venezuelans. Love me some Venezuelans. You think I ever eat y'all okra every day? Every day eating y'all okra? It's interesting how people put together food differently, culturally. The same things you would got in your cupboard, and they would knock it together differently. Culturally, a friend of mine took me up the quarantine once. I was student president of the university again. I think it's just now I start visiting the TN campus there at John's, and she took me by some relatives of her I had a simple kind of shine rice, some callaloo, like steamed callaloo, and some boiled egg. I haven't forgotten how fantastic that thing tastes, you know. I watch the thing in my cupboard many times. I wonder, how come me want to come out like how come? That's the point I'm making. You go down Regent Street, and those Venezuelans who are here legally, you buy from them and so on. The same things you got, and you don't know how this hot dog come out so different with this little crisp. You know? They give you some chicken and chips and little cheese. They call it salchipapa. I don't know if I'm calling it right. Forgive me. My Latin's a little off. Salchipapa. Sometimes I say things for just sheer effect. Y'all don't take me serious all the time. All right? I can tell you when to take me serious. Salchipapa. You see? But don't come illegally. I love the blend. I love it. Love the blend of cultures. We can learn so much from each other. You know? They carry back some cook up and little curry and so on and pepper pot. You know, simmer down them people who want the border. Simmer down them people who want Essequibo. You know? Give them a little pepper pot, little cook up in the system, and they realize now, you know what? We can actually live in peace, you know. We could actually live in peace. I told you when I'm in Colombia, went up high on Mount Montserrat. A whole community lives up there. If you see food in this market, prepared food, it was like heaven. Maybe we were 6,000-7,000 feet up. I tell you, when they reach up, you're touching God. This is heaven. If you see food, roast this, that, yeah. Died and gone to heaven here. That's what I thought. I died and gone to heaven. Yep. But you got to come legally. That's the point we're making, folks. You got to come legally. You got to come, and that's what the treaties are saying. And that's what we say to the folks. We welcome anybody on a humanitarian basis or what have you, but you got to come legally. So I'm going to ring the bell tonight to all illegal Venezuelans up in the hissa. We're going to ring the... Oh, Lord. Y'all know what I am now, eh? Ring the bell one time for all of them. You come and you're legal and you're making a way, doing your thing. Ring the bell another time for you. Yeah. That being said, folks, I ring the 592 now. Here is where I want to be. Good to see each and every one of you on the live tonight. Well, 400 of you on the live. Oh, y'all fast to tell. All you fast to tell. 592, y'all the ones we touch down. I got the Jagdeo there. Once you got the I played this one for Pastor White. You know, church I was at the other day. Pastor White says, I look at your program, Sheldon. I look at your program all the time. But that flushing toilet, it's too loud. Love her to death. Love her. It's too loud, she says. I'll play with us here with Katie tonight. First lady. Flush them out. We gotta flush out corruption and destruction. Flush out Jagdeo, flush out Irfan, flush out Anil. We got flush out Big Sahib. Flush out Kwame, definitely. Flush out waste time. What the other one name? Hugh, the foreign affairs fellow. He's still foreign affairs minister. Flush out Robert Passat. Flush all them out, man. Flush out corruption, nepotism. Flush out friends, family, and favorites. That's what we there. That's what I tell you. That is where we are, folks. Press conference of the PNCR today. Press conference of the Alliance for Change as well. You know, Alliance for Change had a presser. You better believe it or not. And part of what they said is that we've looked at this whole coalition politics, our impact on it. Don't take it from me. Listen to what my party say. Listen to what my party say just today on the subject matter at hand.
The Alliance for Change used its Congress to analyze the impact of its being in the coalition. Executive member Cameron Ramjatan said that back in 2022, the party had produced a document.
And it was a major document in which we then realized certain results and our considerations that also indicated that we are going to separate from the APNU as a result of that at the organizational level but stay in Parliament at a parliamentary level.
He said that a lot of consideration went into that document. He said that there were disagreements.
But we realized a united position, and that was the path forward. So yes, indeed we did. But there is always going to be space for more analysis, and I am certain that this new leadership is also going to do that kind of analysis.
New party leader Tony Nigel has already reiterated that there must be an examination of the period leading to the coalition. There must be a re-examination of the party and the coalition and government and the party's performance in the 2020 elections. This second round of analysis would be done as a matter of urgency, he said.
Because the only way we can move forward is if we examine what has happened, both good and bad. We must be committed to the truth. We must be committed to those results. And we must be committed to acting on the information. That's the only way we're going to move forward.
Yep. That's what our senior counsel, Nigel, you said today, folks. And Jagdeo didn't like some of that. He didn't like some of it. Because talking about truth, Mr. Hughes went on to talk about this conflict of interest that has got Jagdeo so unseen. This whole conflict of interest story during this press of the Alliance for Change, he explained that. Took his time and massaged it. Here is some of what, Jagdeo says, Mr. Hughes has a conflict of interest because he can't deal with ExxonMobil. And which party leader, according to he, can't talk about an oil company in their own country. Mr. Hughes says, I will not talk about them. They're my clients. David could talk about them. Dr. Vincent Adams can talk about them. I will stay my hand. Least I'm accused of anything. Jack don't like that. Here's some what Mr. Hughes says about that conflict of interest, according to Jagdeo, y'all boy.
I'm going to start with the issue which is in the news, which is the question of conflict and the position also in relation to politically exposed persons. I have noted the statements that my election as leader of the Alliance for Change would create a conflict of interest for me, as ExxonMobil is a client of the law firm of Hughes, Fields and Stobie, of which I'm a partner, and therefore I presumably will have my decisions influenced by them. I have also noted the statements that I'm a politically exposed person. I'm happy for the opportunity to address both issues and welcome this opportunity. A conflict typically arises where a situation in which concerns or aims of two different parties are incompatible. Example, conflict of interest between elected officials and lobbyists, or a situation in which a person is in a position to derive personal benefit from actions or decisions made in an official capacity. In my capacity as leader of the Alliance for Change, I am not in a position to influence government policy, particularly as it relates to Exxon. I, however, may be in a position to influence AFC policy on oil and gas. In order to address this specific issue, the Alliance for Change has determined that the issue of oil and gas is far too complex for a single oil and gas czar who has no prior knowledge of the industry, who makes a policy on the trot to determine the future of the industry. This is an imperial approach which has no place in a modern, complex society. The People's Progressive Party has singularly refused to abandon this approach, and their failure to establish the Petroleum Commission is proof of this. The concentration of decision-making in the areas of natural resources, finance, and oil and gas in the hands of a single person is highly risky, dangerous, and leads to policy being made up on the trot, all of which is bad for business. Oil and gas policy in a modern Guyana must benefit from the considerations and deliberations of a field of appropriately qualified and experienced experts. The AFC intends to follow international best practice. In consideration of these matters, the party has appointed Dr. Vince Adams and Mr. David Patterson to head the Alliance for Change Oil and Gas Advisory Committee with full powers to invite highly skilled technical experts, both locally and internationally, onto the committee. Until we attain government, I will have no input in or involvement with the AFC Oil and Gas Committee. Within the first 100 days of being elected to office, I will establish the Petroleum Commission. I will establish the Petroleum Commission. This situation of conflict is not without precedent. The Honorable David Thompson, deceased, was a prominent practicing lawyer and member of the Barbadian Bar up to 2008 while he was leader of the Democratic Labour Party in Barbados. Upon being elected to the office of Prime Minister, he withdrew from the firm of Thompson and Patterson. Henry B. Ford, QC, was one of Barbados's most celebrated lawyers while simultaneously functioning as leader of the opposition. Closer to home, Mr. Ralph Ramkaran, senior counsel, is one of the most prominent lawyers practicing in Guyana. Mr. Ramkaran has himself been an MP as well as a candidate for president of the PPC, all the while continuing to act as senior partner of Cameron Shepherd. If and when elected to office, I will relinquish all ties with the firm of Hughes, Fields, and Scobie.
Said, folks, that is what Nigel said. That is what he said. Got in some uppercuts there. How y'all doing, folks? That's what he said. But y'all boy run out. the epitome of recycle. He ran out. And guess who he ran out with? Hold on. Y'all shedding like y'all smash the emoji button here. Your boy Jagdeo run out. I love it. I love it. You know, it was Rahm Emanuel, former mayor of Chicago, a former chief of staff of Obama. He said, never let a crisis go to waste. Never let a crisis go to waste. Love it, love it, love it. Come on now. And your boy, Papa Jagabat, he ran out with Bardness. He ran out with Tupui, the epitome of conflict of interest. The government that grants the contracts, sit along with the contractor and accuse other people of conflict of interest. Government granted the contract, cabinet offers no objection, he in cabinet, he sit down with the contractor, being interviewed about somebody who got a conflict of interest. It's the same to Pui. Good folks, who in this exam to get his contract at 20 questions, they fail all 20. And the examiner Jagdeo said, go over to the next class. You pass. And take a $800 million contract for that. He said, with the same man. Same with another man. You know, get a conflict of interest. But the same is, when I say about somebody, the thief from a thief, that's something. Thief man, don't like something we match. Y'all help me out with these things in my fight. You gotta fight. Sometimes you gotta stand your ground and fight and don't let people make you something in this life. Y'all know these things done it. Raquel Gentle, Gideon Caesar. Good to have you here and all the other folks joining us. Well, I said Jagdeo run out. Papa Jagabat run out. Joylin Cook, he run out. And y'all know I don't like too much of controversy. I just am a little corner watching on, looking to see what happens next. You know, I just got my little popcorn and my cokes. I said, well, it's Friday night. You know, give me something to send me off this weekend. you know how. Got my little popcorn and my little cokes. Jagdeo Bardness run out. The man will wait till next week, you know. Next week, Thursday. No. Some issues can't wait so long. I read Peepin' Tom this morning. Peepin' Tom says the vice president should be focused on other things. The vice president said AFC is a dead meat party. PNCR ain't going nowhere. For 40 minutes yesterday's press conference, yesterday afternoon's press conference, the vice president wailing into a diatribe on the Alliance of Change. This dead meat party. Yeah. Reading the eulogy, 40 minutes. He down there. Will he run out again today because Nigel talk about conflict of interest? Nigel say he is the poster boy of recycle. Folks, take a look. Take a look and take a listen. Some of y'all got your popcorn and stuff. You have your fried fish, your plantain chip. You got your cokes. Listen to some of what your boy Roland say. Papa Jack about himself. Over to you. Share the live, good folks. Smash that emoji button. I'm happy that you guys are on the live tonight. Yeah. Ring the bell for all of you. Y'all run out too. Take a look, folks. Take a listen.
We were regaled with an explanation as to what constitutes a conflict of interest by Nigel Lewis.
Right.
He sought to define in his own way, conveniently, condescendingly, what a conflict of interest is, as though we do not, or the people of Guyana cannot understand one when they see it. For a person who said that when the national interest conflicts with that of his client, the client's interest would prevail. How could you be the leader of a political party that is, and you're seeking to be the presidential candidate for the elections, the upcoming elections? It's impossible. It is not only a conflict of interest, it is also immoral. It's immoral. It's obscene that you would even contemplate that. He has to have a healthy disregard for what the people of this country think to try to force this position on us. But he has these sycophants in the AFC, the stooges like Ramjatan, who will go to a press conference to try to support him on this matter. So a conflict of interest does exist, not only because he's a politically exposed person, which he was in the past because of his wife being a member of parliament, but now he has moved from an ordinary member of the AFC, or maybe not even a card-bearing member of the AFC, to the leadership of that party, where he has to play a role in determining the party's position in relation to oil and gas. So he now says, I will have no role. I will not play a role in determining my party's position. What sort of leadership will you give as a leader of the party? So he tries to comes today to say, oh, I will set up a committee with Vincent Adams and Patterson, two recycled persons from the sector. It was Vincent Adams who signed the environmental permit for Lisa 1, and Patterson, who knows very little about the sector. The only claim to fame for Patterson in the sector was when they tried to move the pipeline's location conveniently to an area where some private people had acquired land. But they have no skill in this area. They're just sycophants of Nigel Lewis. But let's think this through. So you have this committee, and they come up with some policy advice. They give it to the leader. So as leader of the party now, I will not speak publicly about the advice that my party gives me, because it conflicts with the interest of my client. So I will not advocate it. So I'm abdicating my responsibility as leader of the party. We were
Yep. That's what he said. Apologies. I was so caught up there. I was so caught up there, folks. I was so caught up there. Look, Jack, you're so tired. But so wicked. So wicked. He let it drop, He let a press conference end. He know the warriors gonna write his story. He know Garden, Big Uncle Garden, that don't go to style, gonna write a story. He know Sabbath News. Gotta get something Saturday, Sunday. And you determined. Warlord determined. He ain't giving the FC no space. He run out there looking tired. You understand? Mr. Conflict of Interest himself. The same man who went in the living room. You know, Sue? Who Sue? The man he went in the living room with? Same Sue. You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. That being said, I think that's our program for tonight. Is it? Is it good, folks? Is never dull moment in this country. Fight. I love it. I love it. You gotta know to fight. You know, you gotta know to fight. I heard Raphael try to hold on. We want no lampy, pampy people wrong way, you know. In this thing, you vet, you gotta know to fight. God damn it. We gotta know to fight, Candy. Punch some people in the throat. Bite some ears. Politically, we talking. I heard Raphael Trotman. God bless his heart. He says, politics. Hold on, listen to me now. A teaching. What Raphael said. Diane Gravesandi, listen to me. Ibon Lamy, Daphne, Joseph Lee. You know, and every day, politics, y'all making notes now? Politics is the art of giving blows and taking blows. Simone Graves, politics is the art of giving blows and taking blows too. You see? All now I want Nigel run out back. give me one. I got send off for the weekend. Run out back now. Run out back. Looks like peas. Looks like peas. Folks, I want to say congrats to my colleagues there in the PNCR. A lot of them coming in now. We have the final results of the Central Executive Committee. Am I calling it right? The CFC. Central Executive Committee. I hope I'm calling it right. I don't mean to be facetious about your great institution over there, the PNCR. I want to say congrats. 15. Did we get all 15 in? This look like 10 to be. Y'all knowing good with the maths, eh? Congrats to the folks who coming into the PNCR. Politics is the art of giving blows and receiving blows. Taking blows. Raphael might have said it more artfully and eloquently and all of that. It's the art of giving blows, Maureen. Jehu Fowler, Marcy Agar, and taking blows. I know these people can give blows and take blows real good. Nima, congrats to Nima. If my ears was right, y'all knowing up in the maths, I didn't add it. I think Nima was the highest go-getter for the CEC, the Central Executive Committee of the PNCR. 830 something. The highest go-getter there. Congrats to Nima. Congrats to Nima. And all the other folks who are coming in now. Congrats to all of you. Beautiful, beautiful, and fantastic, fantastic folks. And we wish you guys well. Let me do this thing. Let me go there. Take blows and give blows. You know? For me, my simple way, leadership, you see, is about being right more often than you're wrong. You're going to be wrong. You're going to make mistakes. Just like you can take blows. But if you give more blows than you take, all right, we're going to make it. We are going to make it. Look, some things are in passing them boys in the press, though. Look, some things are missing them. Photo of the day. How much people doing at Madia? How much councillors doing at Madia? How are councillors doing there? How is the municipality doing there, regionate at Madia? How are you all doing? Nice one. What was it? Critics something different. Was it Barnett's? An interview? I might have been off. You know? Photo of the day, folks. Photo of the day. Madia. This is a Madia District Hospital. District Hospital. You got the mortuary on one side. This is the state of affairs there. I don't know if it's somebody here. If there are people close, I don't know it's what. But folks, and the folks there at the Mahdi District Hospital says, this is the usual feature. It is the usual feature of things there. But instead of fixing the problem, those who are part of the administration only fighting down the staff. And they tell us, especially the Afro-Guyanese staff. You know, I don't like talk about race. It's not my strong suit. Because I used to mix up and cook up. I told y'all my grandmother was a hot girl. You know, in the words of our generation, she's a hot girl. Right? Her mother, rather, was a hot girl. Met this man from Hong Kong, Mr. Chung. Saw a good shop and so on. You think it's now things like, folks, you had to do what you had to do back in the day. You had to do what you had to do. Yeah. Oh, God, I'm shaming the whole family tonight. I know the whole thing. I mix up. I don't really like talk about race. But he was a Chinese man from Hong Kong. My father's half indigenous. You know, we got some Narines in our family. My sister's married Pandey. I show you some of my nephews. He won't put me them in the same sentence. If you see some of my nephews, you say them as civics. You say them as civic. Don't stereotype people. There's vote coalition. Love all of them. I got some mad ones I want to associate with. Tina Chang, where that girl? I ain't calling names. I would never say that. I ain't calling him. Tina Chang, where that girl? I got some mad ones in the midst, but you know, it is what it is. These are the problems we got to be fixing, folks. These are the things we got to be fixing. You know, you go to the hospital to fix a little toothache. You know some leptospirosis waiting for you. You know that one side Bigfoot can catch you, small cocks is chicken pox. It's something you don't know what you don't know. You see? So if anything happened to me, y'all don't carry me wrong, mad this side. Begging. Don't carry me wrong, mad this side. Respect and manners. Listen to this. Hold on now. I think I want close to this. We 47 minutes in. We did what? 8:52? Because like I want to deal with nothing else after this. Folks, we're holding you back. You got to give blows and you got to take blows. I ain't say give blow and take blow, you know. I want, hold on now. You hear me clearly. Because some of y'all can go and say, you spoke snow. Don't come tell me you must give blow and take blow. Blows. Right? You must land some punches. You got to get strong face. When your head big like me on, it's real strong. Take blows. I ain't say blow. I believe in fidelity. See, I believe in it. Your vows. Very strongly. No. That I've accepted Jesus. And I'm living victoriously. I believe in it. You got to give blows and you got to take blows too. Too many people got a crutch. And I can knock some of y'all tonight now. I can land you for a sponge. Oh, I'm working for the government. I got to keep my little job. This or that. Look at young man. He not allowing life for holy back. Fitzherbert, Jarek. Us big people, Fitzherbert, got to stick together. Fitzherbert joining us from Connecticut. Good to have you on the live tonight. Us big people, Fitzherbert, got to stick together. This young man, ain't allowing nothing for holy back. And why am I here? All right. Like I hear snarling too much. Congrats, respect and manners to Kisoon. Donated some pillows, donated some mattress to the hurricane effort. Want to move past that. Because I want to land in the right place. I keep telling you all, if people do well, I'm going to say thank you to them. They're helping. And I don't want to not recognize that. People are helping. You know, so respect and manners to the Kisoon company. They're giving a lot of mattresses, a lot of pillows away, sending them on up to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, sending some to Grenada, sending some to Jamaica. Pay some power to them. Respect and manners to them, rather. But pay some power to this young man. Let me hasten on to it. I was so impressed with this story, folks, of Jaden Harry Prasad. Jaden Harry Prasad. Too many of us say, no, I didn't make it in school. Oh, you know, you're 50, you don't give up in life. You got some China billionaire rocking chair. Nonsense. Somebody burn up the rocking chair for me. You're 60, you don't give up. I can't read it. I can die not reading. This young man, Jaden Harry Prasad, I don't know him. Saw this story and I felt so moved by it. Jaden Harry Prasad got some real challenges in this life, right? Got some real challenges. Undeterred by his disabilities. Jaden struggles with cerebral palsy, right? And something called esotropia. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Cerebral palsy and esotropia, right? He has club feet. Esotropia, it says, is a condition where one eye turns inwards. Oh, share the life in the man. Let me celebrate Jaden. He got club feet, cerebral palsy, esotropia, and Jaden scored 472 marks on NGSA. He ain't allowing nothing for holding back. Jaden is right up there academically. Impressive, right? Some of y'all, your elbow hurt you. Well, I'm going to work today. Your neck back hot. Oh God, it's Sheila from down the road walking the Obia. I'm going to market this Saturday. You hear me? Jaden Harry Prasad, soaring academically, defying the odds. You know what's cerebral palsy? You know what's club feet? You know what's esotropia? What you do with your life? In the name of God. You got your 2 good foot. You're seeing well. Your eyes straight. You understand me? You got some little some little cold keeping you back. Since you sneeze, is your Shilinile, is your Nutrifus, is your Ginkgo. Come on now. You got some created crutches. This young man here could say, you know what? Oh, mommy, I can't make it. Look at me. Jaden the firing. Right? My eye ain't too good, but my brain clicking. I walk in. Esotropia, feet, cerebral palsy. But Jaden firing. Some of you finish high school. You got to cheering. You say, oh God, I can't make you, G. He signed off for life. You divorced one time. All men is dogs. I want nobody. I can dead alone. Right? Something happened in your past. Oh God, I left none for them children. Children got make it by themselves. I left no house for no. I was in a bus one time. Hear the lady loud on her phone. Let they think I dead and left no house for them. Me left no house for children. This girl. You don't lose already. I ain't left no house for nobody. Yeah? They know how house come. Jesus Lord, we can never make it in this life, eh? We can never make it in this life. I think I want to finish right here. I got some other things, you know. I got some other things, Naomi, you know, to make you 15. I got some other things we have to talk about. But I think I want push past it, right? The teachers union, the missing guy that went with his friend to pick Karila, the fine he now. You know, the contractors in Region 6 crying out. You know, Hickens and he buys them there, they shuffle and all that, some additional information. What happening with Isle and so on. More cocaine get fined and so on. But I want to end here. I want to send y'all off on a high note tonight. I think Jaden is 10. You know, young, but we're inside here. We're inside here. Some of we don't give up, you know. Some of we don't say PPP win. We can't beat them. We win. You don't give up. You're settling in for another 5 years. But let me. Y'all fight who's consensus candidate or who gonna lead this and all that. Oh, give me 2 people, let me go knock on some doors over there, man. Right? Give me Jaden. Right? Well, yeah, also said the sun hat ain't going now. Jaden will knock on 40 doors. Give me somebody with a fighting spirit. Some of you get everything. You get life, you get energy. Your sight is good. Your hearing, everything. But you're defeated inside. You don't get defeated inside. You don't get to see. It's 4 years I out here, you know. Some people can't even share the live. You think I'm not worried about the things I say sometimes, the things that come out my mouth, and even surprise me. Even some, you think I'm not scared? Some of y'all don't even want to share the live, much more for send a contribution to keep us going. Take part in after Jaden in your own life, whether it is small or big. Don't give up. Do not give up. If you lack courage and the testicular fortitude, borrow some of Jaden on that keeps him going forward academically. 472 in y'all skin with all of those complications. I got me Jaden. If somebody share this with his parent, right? Me want me Jagdeo. I want meet none of them. I want meet a young man with a heart and guts. And let Jesus have mercy. Let me close the show. Here's who I want to take a picture with. Please God. Here's who I want to take a picture with. Please God. That being said, folks, tell you what, I end it here. I want to go after nothing for bring down the spirit. And on a high note. O'Neill Young and Michael Andrew Coates and Terrence. Some people frightened for share. You see? Some people frightened the hand. Hit the emoji button so they're watching through the smartie. Pay some power, good folks. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Folks, I decided I can bloom I planted. Jaden Bloom, we planted, you know. Fighting through all kind of obstacles. But ain't giving up. Don't give up, people. Don't give up. You won't give up. Borrow some of me courage. Borrow some of Jaden courage. Let me go down fighting. August is 4 years we out here. Night after night. Ain't run and go no way. And they didn't intend to run and go no way neither. No, 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 no. You gotta give blows and you gotta take blows too. That is the business we're in. That being said, good folks, that's our time this evening. Have a fantastic Jaden spirited weekend. Lynette Zephyr, Audrey and Tessa. Tessa say you're fired up? Yeah, Veronica. Yes, Tessa. Raquel and Marlene, Yvette and Lucille, Coral and Onessa, Alison Cortez, Lennox Anderson, Audrey Brown, and all the other folks. You all have a great rest of the weekend. That's the time, and that's the program, and that's how we do it at this end, folks. Stay safe, all. We're going to see you guys right back here next week, where we continue our programs, we continue our broadcast. Stay safe, have a great weekend.